I give you the floor
Good.
on the latest of Lamar, what you think of when you see him play.
Oh, man, I just see excitement. I see a guy who's dynamic in his own right, plays the position from a cerebral standpoint, and then when the defense breaks down, he makes them pay. And a guy who's playing in the offense that's built around him and allowing him the opportunity to be great, at such a young age. And it's only going to give him confidence moving forward. This team is going to be good for a long time. And as long as they keep this coaching staff together, this team can compete for a Super Bowl for years on end.
So let's see. I've never asked you this. When you were starting out, did you hear people say that you shouldn't be a quarterback? You should be playing other positions. Did you hear that too?
Ironically, Rich, no one ever told me that. My high school coach made it clear to the staff at Virginia Tech that I was to play quarterback, and I think people seen my abilities and what I could do. My arm was strong, and I could push the ball down the field even when I was young. So I never had to deal with, the scrutiny of not being able to be a quarterback when I was young and having to play out of my position. I don't necessarily think or know if that was the case for Lamar. I know, some people may have uttered that, but I never thought that NFL scouts would tend to believe that this guy should be a receiver or running back. I just don't know if that's true based on what he put on tape in college.
Well, I know for a fact, Michael, that there were some evaluators that were knocking on the door of the national scouts who handle the combine to say we should maybe see if he'll do wide receiver drills. I don't know if he was ever asked
Rich,
to do that, but there were.
And Rich, this is my thing, Rich. If you are a scout, if you are a player personnel, and you cut on the film and watch Lamar Jackson in college running Bobby Petrino's offense, how could you even fix your mouth to think that he should be a receiver? Even if he was to fall in the 4th or 5th round, Rich, somebody gets lucky, So it's not a reason to believe or think that this guy could not play the quarterback position if you watch the tape and you watch it thoroughly. And that's why I find it hard to believe. Well, I can see why people can, look at it and say, okay, he can be a receiver. You can place him outside because he had the speed. But, man, if I was a general manager, if it wasn't the 1st round, if it was the 6th round, I want Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and I just remember that draft night, too, where the Saints traded up into the 1st round, and we thought, sitting on the draft set, okay, it looks like Sean Payton is looking over the steering wheel and wants to get his guy once Drew Brees is gone. Instead, they traded up for Davenport, a pass rusher. And we were all sitting there that draft night until Ozzie Newsome decided to trade into the 1st round for the last pick and snagged him. And I'm wondering if all that does feed into his fire that leads to a guy doing what he's doing.
No doubt. And I made the comparison a couple weeks ago on Undisputed. I felt like, when I think about Lamar Jackson and his motivation, where did it come from? Of course he loves football. Of course he wants to be great. But at the end of the day, that guy had to sit in humiliation in front of his mom, in front of his family, and be the last guy taken in the 1st round. And if that doesn't fuel your fire, what does? And just think Aaron Rodgers was one of the guys who it was passed up, as the draft went on. And it fueled his fire for a long time until he finally won the Super Bowl. And you can see it in his play. So that's what you're going to get from Lamar moving forward. You're going to get a guy that's motivated, hungry, determined, and willing to do whatever it takes to will his team to win each and every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.